Select a symbol.
Uh, yeah, because I was gonna be like, dude, like honestly, just like give me your login and your password, and I'm gonna see if I can do it on my end, and that way when you load into it, see if that would work. Because I would think that would work, but I'm not 100% positive. It might actually have to be like on your actual computer, so it's good that you got it going finally.
Preview, import. Okay, let me do this last one. Okay, imported them.
All right, cool. So
I'm gonna
share your
share.
screen because you're gonna have to add them to your studies, but your thing looks a little bit different than mine. So how to do that with this shit? All right, view a symbol. So I want you to type in BSFC in the enter symbol. You see where it shows that? No, 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 no. To the left. The where it says read symbol next to that red one. Yeah, right there. Type in BSFC and enter. All right, cool. So all right, now it's working. So click on studies, like up in the top right corner. Click studies, edit studies. Did anything pop up?
Yeah, there's a whole list of stuff.
All right, so in that search bar, I want you to type in J lines.
Add selected.
Yeah. And like you'll click
Okay.
on it. Yeah. Did it shoot over to the right side where it says price?
Yep.
All right, cool. Now do hourly J lines.
There it is.
And then the last one is going to be just type in GZ. It means golden zone.
Golden zone. Okay.
And now down the
It's
bottom,
set.
plus apply. All right, dope. There we go. Cool. Now
Now it's gonna do weird
click
shit.
click OK. And then at the top you see where it says the D. Like there's like a cogwheel and then a D and then styles and drawings on that D. Actually, here, stop sharing real fast. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. You see that?
Yep.
Cool. Make this a little bit fucking easier. So right here, like mine says one H, that means 1 hour. Like I want you to click on this. This is gonna be a D for you. Right next to the cogwheel, there should be
Hmm.
a D and then styles. When you click on that, you should be able to customize the list down here. That way you can have different time frames. I don't know what time frames it comes with as like a as the default, I guess. I guess I could reset chart default if I wanted to. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I am going to do that. Okay, so I reset to default. So you should have 1 day, 1 minute, 5 day, 5 minute,
Yep.
5 day, 15 minute, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to click on like 1 day, 1 minute. I want to click the edit. So I still have the 1 minute, but I want to click the 1 day. Do you see that on my thing? I want to scroll down to 360 days. Click. then I hit add. Wait, no, I don't fucking hit add. Not 360, 180. No, 90. Nope, 30. All right. So it's only gonna let me zoom out for 30 days. So you have to turn the time interval to 30 days. And then down in the aggregation period, it's gonna be a 1 minute chart. I click add. And then if you see over on the right, it changes the whatever it was 1 day in 1 minute to 30 days in 1 minute. I'm gonna do the same thing with the 5 minute. I'm gonna try to change this to the same. I'm gonna see if it lets me go to 180 days. Does Reese? No. 180 days. It lets me do 5 minutes. I add that. Edit. No. Fuck. 15. Add. So basically, I'm gonna change all this stuff to. I know I'm probably going really fucking fast for you, but I'm changing everything. Like I have a 30 day 1 minute chart, 180 day 5 minute chart, 180 day 15 minutes, 180 30 minutes. This lets me go to a year on hourly chart. Same thing with this. Year max and max. So basically, you want all of your stuff to look exactly like this. I changed the 1 minute to where it's a 30 day, 180 day for the 5, 15, and 30 minutes. A year for the hourly and 4 hour, max on my daily, and max on my week. Were you able to do that?
No, I was just watching you. I'm gonna share again
Okay.
and go through it.
Uh, always click apply. Then okay, and like the reason I did that is because I can literally come in here, like I said, I can go back like 90 fucking days on a 1 minute chart now. I can go over to
Oh,
30 minute, I can go back 180 days, and I can start seeing like for instance when I start coming in and I get ready to trade, it's like okay, I'm looking at that level, I'm looking at this level, definitely looking at that because it double tops. I want to find like areas that it's rejecting. So I want to see where it's like on here where I had this level drawn in where I was getting ready to trade because of this daily level and it has decent volume down here too. So but anyways, I'll stop sharing and now you can share your screen again. All right. So you're going to go into the 1 minute, yep. Customize list down at the bottom. It should pop up a list on the right. You're gonna change. You're gonna click on that
and
the
add
one
time frame.
minute and edit. And then when it goes in the edit, you're gonna change it to a 30 day 1 minute.
30 day 1 minute, add. Okay, and then the 5 day.
And then the 5 minute is gonna be 180 days. Every time you click on it, just remember you click on the edit, then you go and change the day, keep the time. The day is going to be 180 days for the 5 minute. The
Okay.
15 and the 30 minute are all going to be 180 days.
So the 5 day and
The 5 minute, the 15 minute, and the 30
yeah,
minute are all going to be 180 days.
okay.
So once you get done with the 30 minute, let me know.
Okay.
Then the hourly, the 1 hour and the 4 hour are going to be 360 days.
Okay.
And then on the one D is 1 day. You're gonna click on that and edit it to max available.
All right.
And then you're gonna do the same thing to weekly, and then you're gonna hit apply.
Okay. Hit apply.
And
Okay.
now if you go up and you hit the one M up the top, that shows you that stock that you're looking at is on a 1 minute time frame. So each one of those candles is a 1 minute time frame. If you click the top where it says 1M,
1M. There's so much in here.
yeah, no, it's gonna be like you're looking at like fucking spaceship controls.
Seriously. Oh, right here.
Yeah, 1M. Yeah, I click that. Now look at that. You can change it to 30-day 1 minute.
Oh, I see.
Now I'll change all that shit. You can change it to you should have 30-day 1 minute,
Yeah.
185 minute, 180-day 15, 180-day 30. Yeah, so yeah, you did it
Yep.
all right. And then next thing you're gonna do is the thing to the left of that, the cogwheel. You're gonna click the cogwheel.
Yep. I'm in there.
All right. Then you're gonna click appearances.
Okay. I'll just
Um,
like,
they should have a chart type candles,
yep.
and then down at the bottom, ticks, border up should be green, border down should be red. Um, fill up green and fill down red. Do you see that?
Yep. Then my fill up green isn't checked.
Yeah, you can check that.
Okay.
And then and then down at the very bottom you should see a thing that says volume bar. You
Yep.
want to click color as symbol ticks.
All right. Got it.
Then click apply and then voila. Uh cool, that worked. Now, I mean, like realistically, like you're pretty much like good to go. Now you just need to learn how to. I don't know. You don't have a mouse, I'm guessing, right?
I have one coming actually.
Okay, cool. So right now, for instance, like if you click up at the top and you change that 1 minute to a 30 minute, right?
Yep. Just now.
Okay, cool. So now it basically is going to pop in the exact same way that I did it. Now you're going to do. I'm guessing you have like a what the fuck are those called? Like the mouse pad kind of thing, or
Trackpad
whatever.
thing.
Yeah, the crack pad, whatever. Like there should be like a left click on there. You should be able to left click it.
Just anywhere.
I'm trying to figure out how you pop up. Like there should be like a thing that I'm gonna see if I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Stop
Like a
sharing
little
yours real fast. So like I said, I don't know what yours is. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
You want to get this to pop up. For me, on my mouse, on my like on the cog wheel of my mouse or the scroll wheel, I push down on that and it pops up this, and I can use like price level, or I can even write on here like you traded like a crackhead. And then every time I get on here, I could be like, man, well, like, what did I do? And then it's like, oh, on this fucking day, I traded like a fucking crackhead. Okay, like, and then can't remember how how I move it, but shit. But so you want to pop this up, like I said on mine, it's like a the center scroll bar on my mouse. I don't know how you pop that up on yours.
Yeah, my
If
right
you
click isn't doing it.
if you don't have one, then up in the top, if you see up here where my mouse is, up by the 30 minute, there's a style, and then there's a thing that says drawings.
Oh, I
You
see.
can click
Drawing tools. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
drawing tools, and then I'll drop it down. It's just easier for me to click this. I can click it wherever the fuck I need to. And then you can basically go around and you start drawing in these levels. Like I can clear drawing set. So like whenever I start trading stocks, right? So if you go back to the 1 minute and I'm here looking at this stock, it just gapped up. Okay, cool. It's making moves higher. For me, the way that I trade is I short sell, which means I sell high and I buy low. And but to do that, it can be really fucking risky. So like I'm not I'm not gonna just short this thing like anywhere. I want to go to the daily, okay? Like is there levels to trade on the daily? Like honestly, like not really, because like for me, all of this area right in here, like it's there's nothing there at all. So like for me, I like okay, I'm not gonna look at the daily. Okay, like what about the 4 hour? Is there anything like that's relatively close to the price level that I was looking to trade at? And on that day, it was like right in here. So like if this didn't happen yet, I would absolutely be scrolling. You see the top of that wick right there? I'd be
Yeah.
looking for top of this wick, top of this wick. Like honestly, for me, like you don't need to start going like way the fuck up here because if the stock is trading at $2.90, like I don't need to be marking something up that's like $7. The odds of that thing going to $7 is really fucking low. But like if you look at that, like okay, like in pre-market, this move happened at 8:45. I would absolutely be marking that out. Honestly, like God's honest truth, I would probably be in right fucking here because it just rejected a 4 hour level. It's I'm trying to find the ceiling. Like when you're trading stocks, the easiest way that I've learned to look at things is you want to think of like a house level, right? Like
Hmm.
right now I'm in the bottom floor of my house. I have a two-story house. So the floor is the fucking floor. The ceiling is the ceiling. The difference is once I go upstairs, the ceiling now becomes the floor and I have a new ceiling, right? Well, all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find places that are going to act like a ceiling that I can logically risk off of. I don't want to just go in and be like, oh man, I think that this stock is overpriced at $3 and I just trade at $3. Like, no, you have to have like a risk limit or you're going to just blow all your money. So for me, I would draw in all these. And so like the first place I'd be looking for is right here at 317. It rejected there. And like one of the patterns I love to look for is this has a, let's see if I can annotate. This has selling pressure right here. Then there's a doji. This is called a doji. What that means is the price opened right here. It either shot all the way down or shot all the way up. Then it closed right basically it opened. It like that is a indecision candle. And so for me, I would be looking for like weakness. And when I see this thing shoot up over the 4 hour level that I drew in and it
Hmm.
stuffs back below, I fucking love that. That's what I've made the most money off of in trading stocks because greedy motherfuckers that start learning how to buy stocks at breakouts, they just got screwed over. And somebody just sold their shares into those guys, and they're going to start panicking once the stock starts going down a little bit, which is going to fuel the stock to fall even farther, which is going to make me even more money. So all you have to do is I would never short here because it's called front side. Like yeah, there's a selling move, but you need to see what the next candle is going to look like. Is this if this can't break over this, like okay, yeah, maybe it'd be a good trade, but like I need to find weakness. This thing just shot up, had some selling pressure. Okay, like that's awesome. This dropped a little bit and then ripped up. Okay, I'm not going to get in there. This one opened, dipped a little bit, and shot up again. Okay, I'm not going to fucking look at there either. But it's coming into my ceiling. Okay, now I want to be able to figure out like is this going to respect this level? Because just because there's a level from the past does not mean that it's going to respect it at all. The second I start seeing this, it popped over a second and it had a doji. I'm like, okay, like I want to see what the next candle looks like because for me, that's the first sign of weakness. And then when I see this thing rip back up and slam under, I am absolutely in right here. The problem with this is this red dotted line is called the VWAP, which is the volume weighted average price, which means that all this stuff down here, this is volume. So like on this bar right here, this thing traded 300,000 shares in this 1 minute candle. So right here on this move, it traded 300,000 shares in this move. I don't want to see volume going up like this because like that it's not a sign of weakness. But like once I have something like this, I'm willing to
Okay.
risk it. I take the short here, risking the high of this candle. Problem is this red dotted line is where a lot of people like they will respect that and they will start buying when it hits that level, hoping that it respects that level and rebounds like exactly what it did. And so sometimes you have to be very careful here in pre-market, which you don't need to worry about because I would not focus on pre-market at the very beginning. I would be taking price small piece off or lower my stop to break even, just kind of depends. We pop back up, and then the second rejection is never as good as the first rejection. And I would definitely be watching this. The volume's picking back up a little bit. It's making a uptrend. And so for me, like I want to see this thing like below this level down over here. But basically, what would be a very good thing for you to do is like whenever a stock's popping up or like you know that like a stock might be in play, is always start from like the highest level and go down. Like I said on the daily, there isn't like this isn't a great chart for the daily. Okay, like no problem. Go to the 4 hour. Is there levels that is going to be respected on here? Like yeah, like right here, the $3.13 level, I would draw that in. Then it's rejecting right here at 365. Okay, I'd be checking that out. Uh really like even almost $5 is probably a little bit high. I'd be looking for like, like 380s. Like you're trying to find levels where these stocks have like rejections, like long wicks like this, or
Mhm.
like where it goes down and it bounces back up because it's finding support. So like for me, like that shows support, or like that shows a clear level because it's finding support and then it's rejecting after it breaks below the level. Then it's rejecting again from that level. And then it's rejecting again from that level. Like I call this like, well, one of my mentors that I was with, he calls it a multi-touch zone. Like this up here, this is a one touch zone. Like, okay, cool. Like depending on how it reacts, like you want to see like this one for instance, like this is a very powerful fucking zone right here. $4.80. This thing went from $2.50 all the way up to $4.80 and then just tanked all the fucking way back down to $3. Like there are some people, some stubborn people that are still in that trade. When this thing
Oh,
starts going back up to $3.80 or $4.80, they're gonna get the fuck out. Like it's gonna hold them back, and it's gonna be hard for this stock to move through those levels. So what you're trying to do as a short seller is find levels to risk off of. So when you get on, like the best thing to do is just get on here and like just fuck around. Just start
yeah,
finding like, okay, there's a level here. Okay, like like start getting used to using this because this is like you said you do construction, right?
yep,
Yeah, so like this is like your fucking ladder, your hammers, your tape measures, like this is how you do the job. And so like you need to be able to get on here and start seeing like clear levels that you can start risking off of. And like really this is kind of where I would start because during the day, like when the trade's going on, is it this day? No. Oh shit, I forgot I fucking deleted my damn drawing shit. So anyways, you've watched my three setups my that I trade, right?
yep,
So one of my setups that I use is called pop and fell of pre-market high. So this gray zone from 4 o'clock in the morning until 9:30 is called pre-market. So what I'm looking for is this thing to find a topping in the pre-market, which is this level right here. Right it open, I'm looking for it to do exactly what it did. It pops up above there, it slams back to low, and I short. I took a short there. And what I'm looking for is it to hit this blue line down here. That's my first target. But if it doesn't, I'm risking the high of this candle. So on this, I covered right there. Then I'm looking for it to reject uh, a level like this. It's triple topping right below this. If I didn't get in on one of these, I would absolutely be getting back in on this because this thing broke out this triple top right here and then slam back below, but taking short right there, risking the high. The other thing, which this is gonna be like this is also why I'm recording because you can go back and literally watch this like 50,000 times. Because while I'm explaining this to you, your brain is probably like melting right now because there's so
it's
much shit
firing
going
off.
on. Yeah. And like, but like if you like when you get more experience, like you're gonna start noticing, like, okay, on this opening candle, it traded over 2 million shares. Then every single candle after that, the volume's dying out. By the time it has this fake breakout, it's trading on half the shares that it was trading at the open. And so for me, as a short seller, that's good. I want to see the volume going down. And then like once it's below 1 million, dude, you're fucking riding this thing out forever because a stock is not going to go back up with no volume. Like look at all that shit. Like the second this move happened, the stock just fucking died. Like nobody's interested in this. It's literally supply and demand. Demand means volume. Supply, these small cap stocks, like the way it works is these companies are absolute pieces of shit. They don't actually have a product. They brought it to the market. They're hoping to raise money. And one of the ways that they raise money is they offer shares to big ass corporations. Like this thing's trading at was trading at $1.70 before it gapped up. So what they do is they go to people like JP Morgan or Wainwright or one of those guys and be like, hey,
Goldman
my
Sachs, all those
yeah,
people.
Goldman Sachs, like my stock is trading at $1.70. What I will do is I will offer you to buy into my company and I'll give you, say, a, I don't know, 3 million shares at $1. that you can offer above a dollar. Well, they're not gonna, or a dollar 70. Say it's a dollar 70. They're not going to sell their shares at a dollar 70 for break even. Like JP Morgan and all those guys are into making money. So how do they make money? They get a hold of their friends, the news outlets, and they write up some bullshit piece about how this thing's going to go be the next big fucking thing. Like, what is this? It's Blue Star Foods Corporation. So they fucking made some new fake meat or whatever. They're in cahoots with Bill Gates or something.
Yeah.
Something fucking
Yeah.
retarded. And these guys, they talk about how amazing their product is. They gap it up, and then when people start buying this stuff, they just sell their shares to it. But they need people to buy it. Like this thing traded 2 million shares in this one fucking candle. Like it went from $3.25 to 350 and then slammed all the way back down to $3.23. Like somebody sold a shit ton of shares right there. But then there's still more demand, or yeah, more demand because it's still trading with almost 2 million shares in the next candle. It shoots way the fuck back up here. And though all these tops up here are people, oh shit, I'm not even sharing my screen. God damn it. My bad.
Okay.
My bad. But like on this one first candle, it opens here like 325. It shoots way the fuck up here and then it stuffs down like on over 2 million shares. Somebody sold a shit ton of shares, but like if I offer you 3 million shares, you can't just come in and just throw 3 million shares into a stock. It's like it's gonna just fucking melt. So
Hmm.
like you have to sell it in pieces. Like I mean, maybe they sold, I don't know. I mean, realistically, they could have sold close to 1 million shares in this, but then they bought back some more on this one. Like the market maker has to be able to find where the buyers and the sellers are, and that way it can create liquidity so these guys can sell their shares. I'm looking for this thing to start finding a topping near levels that I can respect. That's one of my criteria is it needs to have a level that I can risk off of because if you don't have a risk level as a short seller, like your loss potential is like pretty much unlimited. Like if you buy a stock, that's different. Like if I buy a shit ton of shares right here, like the worst thing that could ever happen to me is it goes to zero. Now if I
Right.
short sell it here and like there's literally unlimited potential of loss. This thing could go to a fucking $1 million. Like obviously that's extremely like retarded, but like I mean fuck it could. Like and so like your loss potential is huge. And so you need to have risk levels. The good thing is about small caps is like 70% of the stocks that pop up they go right back down to where they came from. This thing popped up from a dollar 70. By the end of the day, it's back to $2. So it's still up 30 cents from where it was. But like it just sold all of its shares to Goldman Sachs or whoever the fuck it was, and they just raised a shit ton of money. But like it basically went back to where it came from. Like your job is to be patient and look
Hmm.
for chart patterns and like certain things. Like I use a program called Edge to Trade and 1 second. This is the thing that I use all the time. So I already had BSFC up from last week. But like if you look at some of this stuff, this is also gonna be like looking at like you know, a lot of shit, but like the float, what that means is before to before this day, they only had 1 million shares in circulation. So on that one candle I showed you at the very beginning of the very opening, it literally traded every share that it owns twice in 60 seconds. On top of that, they unloaded shares because down here you can see months of cash. They are in the hole almost 3 months of cash. These guys are fucked. Like
Hmm.
if they don't make any money, they are absolutely fucked. And like so like little things like this, like obviously there's institutional ownership. No institution is going to actually buy and hold this company because it's a piece of shit. It's a Foodstar Food Corp is a subsidiary, operates as a marine protein company in the United States and Canada. Okay, so it sells fish or crab or something. It had SSR, which means it's short seller restricted. I'm throwing a lot of shit at you. Like it's gonna
No,
be
it's all gonna be all gonna be
but
town.
short sell restriction means that when you start trading, there's the bid and the ask, right? When you are trying to get into a position really, really fast, you slam the bid because you can get in and short sell it instantly. But on SSR, you have to trade on the ask, which means basically you have to kind of guess if it's gonna stop or not. It's almost like stepping in front of a fucking freight train and praying to God that it doesn't fucking run you over, which is like honestly, like no shit. I would never trade this stock in a million years because it's a 1 million float stock on SSR. Like you're literally asking to get your fucking face ripped off. Like that is the dumbest shit in the world. Like you step in front of a freight train if it's got like 20 million shares. It's way harder to manipulate that. But like, dude, a million shares on a stock that's trading at what was this that again? 270? Yeah, it came from $1.70, dude. Like really, like to me and you, that's a lot of money. But to these other people that actually have money, like, dude, it would take nothing to buy every share of that company. This company is like worthless.
Right.
Like, they could come in and absolutely manipulate the shit out of this thing. So, like, you have to start having like certain criteria. And so, for you, now that you have Thinkorswim up at the top, it's going to say, like, actually, here, I'm going to see if I can go back on demand. This day was on 6/27. This is also gonna be a lot too. So 6/27. See if my fucking internet lags out too. That did not fucking work. Why is that not working? Oh. So so when you get onto this platform, once this loads, it like the good thing is it's got a template that'll tell you like, is this a gap and extension or a gap and crap? Like for you at the very beginning, do not trade gap and extensions like at all, like ever. Just leave it the fuck alone. Like just watch the price action and get used to watching certain things and go back and watch my three setups and
Hmm.
see how I trade gap and extensions because I'm telling you right now, at the very beginning of my career, dude, I'm not joking. I literally lost thousands of dollars trading gap and extensions. It's the hardest thing to trade as a beginner. The easiest thing is to find a gap and crap, which seems not fucking loading worth shit. I wonder if there's a gap and crap that I can pop up for you. See. No, no. Gotta find a fucking stock. I have this guy that I work with all the time, and he sends me all of his charts and stuff. But like, I'm trying to see if I can find a decent example of a stock to kind of show you if this thing would ever fucking load. Let's see.
Oh, it's nice to have the information to go
Yeah,
back on the videos and
529.
really useful.
Try this. 529. Go. Man, dude, why is my internet so slow? I just bought an upgrade too. I don't know why the hell it's. But then again, like on demand's been kind of like sketchy as shit too. So,
Yeah.
um, all right, well that's not fucking working at all. Fuck that, whatever. Um, man, now it's logged out my freaking dude. There we go. Jesus Christ. So, anyways, when you go to like here, for instance, like it shows day two, right? Pre-market high to open, it's negative 19.2%. So like that means that from the pre-market high that I was showing you, it's dropped 19% to where it opened at. It shows like the daily volume, pre-market volume, and like you can start tracking like like average volume on the day and all that kind of stuff. And like it's gonna change. Like the biggest thing you want to watch is over here because it'll say uh day two, gap and crap, gap and extension. Sometimes it'll say like gap and crap turned into gap and extension. Those can also be a pain in the ass too. But like basically, I just want to get on here and show you how to kind of like set this stuff up so that you can start looking at different things and like that way you like the first thing you would want to do is like when you see a stock is like shooting up, like, all right, like I'm going to follow BSFC. Like, okay, like and then get on here and be like, okay, the first thing you should be doing is like I said, go to like weekly, okay, weekly sucks. What about daily? Okay, daily sucks. 4 hour. Okay, there like you can zoom in, which is another thing that if you go to the trend line, can you see that?
Yep.
Click the trend line. If you click and hold and it opens that up, and that way you can zoom in.
Nice.
And so that's a little trick. But then you get on here, and what I always do is I always use the price level and it starts putting all this stuff in. I'm pretty sure you can change. Can't remember how to edit those. Mm, I don't remember. But like I used to have it on here where I could see like the price level and stuff. But I stopped using it because I didn't really give a shit. Like as long as I knew like when I'm getting ready to trade, that I know that like okay, like there's a green line here. Okay, blue straight fucking through that. Jesus Christ. Dude, what the fuck is going on? Why is this fucking lagging out? Okay, so it blew straight through. Dude, I'm gonna get fucking pissed. Stop fucking moving. I think like I really think that me fucking with like the on demand like fucked
It did
all
some
of
to
it.
it.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. This thing's going fucking haywire. Where the hell did mine? There it goes. All right. See if I can. All right. There we go. Don't fuck up. All right. One bar blew straight through there. Okay, cool. Second level, all right. Like I said, I would be looking for this thing to top out, but when it did top out, it shot. Oh my God. It shot straight through the level. I take a short when it stuffs the pre-market high. I'm risking the high of this candle. So I cover like that's my playbook. Like you have to know what your plays are and follow it to a fucking T. Like for me, I take the trade here, I cover half here, cover half here, cover half here. Keep a small piece to here, depending on how busy I am and all that kind of shit. But like every single time, if I take a trade at a pop and fell of pre-market high, every time I take a trade, I'm literally risking the high of this candle. That's it. I'm not risking 15 cents, 20 cents. It's literally right here. The only time this ever changes is if like the high of that candle is at like say like $1.42. Okay, well I'm gonna risk like a dollar like 50 something because I always risk like the half and whole dollar number because those are like psychology levels. Like yeah, like people are not like the whole and half dollar numbers are like extremely like strong levels. And I'm not gonna cut a position off like 5 or 6 cents below a whole or half dollar number. Like for me, I got burned way too many times. But that's the only time I ever changed my rule, right? So if I short here, I'm risking the highest candle. Okay, it stopped me out. I took a loss here. Like, you know, that's 10 cents. Like depending on how many shares you're trading with, like really it shouldn't be that big of a loss.
Hmm.
But like up here, it's like, okay, it's triple topping. Found top here, found top here, found top here. Like honestly, I might get in right here and risk the high. How I personally do it so that I don't get stopped out is whenever it shoots through some level, I literally count to five, like literally count to five. I'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that holds that position or that level or it's going a little bit higher, I cut the position. But like I don't cut it instantly and I don't have a stop order there for me personally because of this kind of shit. Like it's running stops. Like people will take a trade in here and see the daily level, and their risk will be right here. So what the market maker does is he pops it right through, knocks out all of my fucking orders, and then sells even more of his shit, and then before killing it. And so that's just how I've done it in the past. Like it has to break through a level and hold for 5 seconds. That's more of like a judgment
Okay.
call with like
Yeah.
experience and shit.
Personal rule type of
Yeah,
thing.
like personal rule. Like I also have a rule like I have 5 maximum trades on the day. I don't give a shit if like I see like the fucking biggest move in the damn world coming up. Like I don't care because if I let myself like I remember explaining to somebody that like I'm literally like if you watch any of like Russell Brand's shit,
Yeah.
I am like Russell Brand, dude. I am a crafty motherfucker. And if I give myself a little bit of a leeway, dude, I will like kick the door down and all rules go to shit. And it's like on those days, dude, like it's a flip of a coin. I either make a ungodly amount of money or I lose a fuck ton of money. But like the problem is it doesn't matter if I make money because I broke the rule. And for me personally, the second I break a rule, dude, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And I have a fucking giant blow off because I'll start getting really cocky and really arrogant. And I'm like, oh, dude, I don't need these rules. I'm trained like a fucking king. Like I don't do anything wrong. And then, dude, I will get my fucking ass handed to
Yeah.
me. And that's
Hit.
something I've learned about my own personality. Like I can be a very, very cocky person. And like my ego can get the best of me. And so like it took me years to really get to where I feel like I can control my ego relatively well now. And so like, but I've made certain rules for myself. And like when I'm talking to traders, that's why Like if you like listen to anybody that talks about stock trading, like, dude, why would you ever waste your time doing that stuff? Like only 1% of the people make money at trading stocks. It's like realistically, if you look at it, like with the millions of people that go into trading stocks, like 1%, like I mean, how many people, if you walk around like in a normal day, like if I go down to the grocery store right now and I walk around and I start taking a tally of people that look like they have their shit together and like are actually like doing something with their life, like the odds are most people are like not going to be in that 1%. And it's like
Right.
most people are just on like fucking like autopilot, zombie mode. And like, dude, you're never going to make money in the stock market, like real money, like if you don't know who you are, because that's the thing that's the hardest thing about trading stocks. It puts all their time and effort into learning chart patterns and price action and strategies and stuff. You need to do that for sure at the very beginning. Like today, for instance, you're looking at these charts and you're like, dude, I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Yeah, this is a mess.
Yeah, it's a lot, but like that's what I'm telling you. Like dude, don't even think about trading. Like literally for like a month, maybe 2 months. Like just fucking relax and
Yeah.
just watch this and start getting to where like you can start seeing patterns. You start recognizing patterns like, oh my God, dude, there's a doji candle. Oh, there's a selling pressure. It's respecting that daily level or that 4 hour level, or it's finding support here or whatever. Like once I'm not speaking Spanish to you and you know what I'm talking about, like
Yeah.
it's like okay, cool. Now, now go paper trade. Like go get DOS Trader. It's $150 a month. Yes, you're gonna spend money to paper trade, but like it's a hell of a lot better than throwing away thousands of dollars of real fucking money. Yeah,
Hmm.
spend $150, learn how to trade because then that's gonna be like starting all over again. Like right now, like you look at this and you're like, dude, I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at.
Yeah, what did you just show me here?
Yeah, but like then like when you start doing that, dude, like then I have to start explaining to you like level two and the bid and the ask and like how to actually trade, how to do your hotkeys, all that kind of stuff. And like that's gonna be a whole different lesson. Like you're being like at the very beginning, like just sit back and like watch and learn. Start paying attention to the stocks that are gapping up in the morning. And then like I said, like I can start talking to you and be like, like I would not be looking at this stock because it has 1 million shares. Like you like especially at the very beginning, like I mean, I've been trading for like 6 years, dude. Like really, like I really, really, really should not trade a $1 million stock. And like that's what I'm telling everybody, like that I'm teaching is like, dude, you have to have like really, really clear cut rules. And that's just a gamble. Like if you are like some of my mentors that I've worked with, like, dude, they have millions of dollars. For them, who fucking cares? Like, yeah, okay, dude, I'll give it a shot because, like, really, it's a pretty good shot. I mean, yeah, it's a million shares, but like this thing found it topping at $3.70, and it tanked all the way down to $2.20. That's a lot of range, dude. If you're in with like not even that much shares, like 1,000 shares. That's a lot of fucking money in one day.
Yeah.
But but at the very beginning, that's not what you need to be doing. You need to just be, especially like you're not gonna have $30,000 to throw into this stuff. So like you're gonna be under the PDT rule, which means you only get 3 trades in a week. That's it. 3 fucking trades. So okay, like it's gonna be a like really, it's gonna be a test of your patience. And honestly, for me, I'm a horrible person with patience, or at least I'm still not the best at patience. I got so bad that like I took money out of my 401k because like really, dude, like it like there were so many times where I wanted to literally throw my computer monitor through a fucking wall. But like the funny thing was I got a $30,000 account And I was like, okay, cool, man. I just got back past the biggest hurdle. And then I started losing money. And it's like, what the fuck? Like I can trade and I can take 15, 20 trades in a day. And then like that's when I found another problem I had to work on. Okay, cool. I can take a bunch of trades, but I'm losing a ungodly amount of money now. Like,
Hmm.
and like I didn't even know what a max loss was. I had none of this shit that kept me safe. And so like, dude, I had some losses where like I've lost like literally like $1,300 in like one trade in like 5 minutes. And dude, I wanted to fucking
Like
just
gambling.
cry, dude.
Yeah.
Like it was horrible. But like I don't know if you guys like listen. I hope that that never happens to you. One of my students, it was before I worked with him, but like he had two trades in 1 month where he lost over $2,000 in a single trade. And I'm like, dude, like I've never even done that before. I've never lost $2,000 in a
Yeah.
trade. Like the most I've ever lost was that $1,200, and like that was crazy. So like you can make a ungodly amount of money in the stock market, and like really like what I'm trying to teach people that's gonna be like completely different than everybody else's. Dude, don't quit your fucking job. Don't be trying to fucking like do this full time. Like yeah, you absolutely can in like 5 fucking years, dude. Like just have it as a side hustle. Like I don't know if you like I don't know what your financial situation's like if you have any debt, if you guys have enough money to go travel or whatever, but like dude, there's so much stuff that you can throw this into like is extra side money, and especially like when I talk to you about your work setup, like really thanks to your kid like being a madman and waking up at 5 o'clock in the fucking
Yeah.
morning, like
Seriously.
dude, like you're set up. Like if you go with this in the right direction, like you can absolutely make money. But now that you have this, I would just get on and I don't know like because the thing that I use it costs money every month, but I'm pretty sure you can go like I used to go to Yahoo Finance. Pretty sure that'll have like stocks that are gapping up. Let's see. Let's see. Mm,
Just like stock market news kind of thing.
yeah, it's gonna be like stocks most active. Can you edit this shit down? I haven't like I never use any of this stuff, but like try to find like free things that like you can go and check out like maybe like stocks gainers, I guess. That'd probably be the top thing. And then looking for can I edit this? Oh, sweet, I can edit this. All right, so percent change in price intraday, 30%. I want to trade only small caps. Price above $1 and volume greater than 100,000 shares. Find my stock. Yeah, okay, like that's literally all you have to fucking do. And like really like in pre-market, that like that's all you need is like look at like okay, maybe not even 30% gap. Just say 20% gap because then like you still see the gaps are just getting started. But like for me personally, the bigger the gap, the better because that that's what's gonna make me the money. Like I'm looking
Hmm.
for this thing to gap up, a bunch of people buy this thing, and when I'm selling it, and then I make my money by getting that gap back. I make the money on the gap. And so find something that's got a 20% gap at least, a small cap that's at least trading like I said, like really a hundred thousand is like super fucking low, but like you have a bunch of stocks and then you can get on there, get on Thinkorswim and just type in all those on like in the ticker. And um like right now I have 43 stocks. And so like I mean that's a lot of fucking stocks, but like price intraday 0 Yeah, I don't know. You're just gonna have to fuck with it. But like uh that'd be like the thing to do,
Estimate.
or like just ask us like, what everybody's watching, and then obviously we can like talk back and forth and shit. And then once I get everything like really like squared away and like lined up, like I think that I'm gonna start like trying to do like a live broad, like me trading, like where I'm talking to people, and like all I'm trading on is I got a laptop and a fucking mobile hotspot. That's it. And like I just plug it in, I trade while I'm at work, make it nice and simple. And so like you literally don't like I like at the very beginning I used to have four monitors. I had
Oh
like
man.
all the fucking big monitors. I was like, oh my God, dude, I'm big time. And it's like, yeah, then I got to a point where like I was literally trading on my phone. And
Yeah.
like I also don't recommend doing that because you can't get out of position fast enough, but you can absolutely trade on your phone, dude. Like I said, I do not recommend that, but you can do that. Like so a laptop, you can absolutely trade on a fucking laptop.
Hmm.
So for me, that's what I do. I have a laptop and I have a mobile hotspot, and so I'll start doing like Zoom or like a live thing where I can kind of talk to people and be like, "Hey, this is what I'm looking for," and like showing like if it doesn't do exactly what I want it to do, I'm not going to trade it because if it doesn't do exactly what I want it to do, I'm probably gonna lose money. It's gonna fuck with my emotions, and I need to not trade that stock. So that's gonna be like the main thing. But